Welcome everybody to a look at the final film in the directed by David Lean Volume 1 box set released by Imprint Films. So it is 1948's Oliver Twist. So yeah, this is a drama and the second of two films that David Lean would do that were adaptations of Charles Dickens novels. It clocks in at 116 minutes long. Stars the likes of Robert Newton, who was also in This Happy Breed, Alec Guinness, who was also in Great Expectations, although his role in this film is much larger than in that one. He would also go on to star in The Bridge on the River Kwai, Lawrence of Arabia, both of which were also directed by David Lean, as well as The Lady Killers and Star Wars. Also stars Kay Walsh, who was in Which We Serve and This Happy Breed as well. And finally, Francis L. Sullivan, who was also in Great Expectations, although again his role in this is bigger than in that one. And he was also in the really rather fantastic film noir effort Night and the City. So when 9-year-old orphan Oliver Twist dares to ask his cruel taskmaster, Mr. Bumble, for a second serving of gruel, he's hired out as an apprentice. Escaping that dismal fate, young Oliver falls in with the street urchin known as the Artful Dodger and his criminal mentor, Fagin. When kindly Mr. Brownlow takes Oliver in, Fagin's evil henchman, Bill Sykes, plots to kidnap the boy. So yeah, this is another Charles Dickens adaptation that I've not seen any other version of before, not even the more famous 1960s musical version. So I had little idea of what I was in for, but on the whole, this was an engaging effort thanks to the consistently moving plot, good mix of characters, and solid pacing. The cast is also great. The production is excellent, especially when it comes to the general look of it. Apparently, the look of this film inspired the look of the 1960s version. So, you know, they have some relation in that regard outside of being an adaptation of the same source material. The cinematography is also on point, and the character interactions are well written. So, yeah, this is another 4 out of 5 from a film in this box set, and yeah, a solid end to a box set that overall has been excellent. To be honest, only the first film I'd say was a little bit underwhelming. The rest have been good to excellent overall. So yeah, there's the disc, and on the disc itself we've got a 1080p high definition presentation. Unlike the other ones, no issues at all in terms of sound and picture quality. Then we've got Oliver the Twist, an appreciation interview with Professor Melanie Williams, author of David Lean from 2025. She's done that for every one of the films in this release. Then we've got a career twist interview with actor Donald Westcott from 2025. A profile of Oliver Twist, featurette. And then we've got a casting appeal for Oliver Twist, also a featurette, and then a theatrical trailer as well. So yeah, definitely more extras there than there were with the previous two, which only had a couple. So yeah, that is pretty good. And yeah, in terms of ranking these films, well, let's take a look. So I think you might want to know what's going to be first, and that is the only one out of this release that I'd seen anything from before, and that is Brief Encounter. Perfect 5 out of 5 as far as I'm concerned. Second place would go to This Happy Breed, which is a solid 4.5 out of 5. Really well, excellent drama. Then I'd say Oliver Twist is in third, ranked right alongside Great Expectations. So the two Charles Dickens adaptations are virtually as good as one another. Then Blithe Spirit, which is the only real like kind of comedy in this release, and although the comedy works, there is some elements that don't. And then in last place, In Which We Serve. Still a decent film, but nowhere near as good as the previous one. So yeah, that's my rank descending order. So yeah, overall a really rather solid box set, and it's like I said in my unboxing video, it's easily one of the chunkiest box sets that I've bought from Imprint Films, and that naturally does mean that yeah, there's not a great deal of space for these kind of box sets in my collection because I am unfortunately running out of space, but still well worth getting, especially since I hadn't seen much of David Lean's films before. I'd only seen 4 of his films before, one of which was in this release, but outside of the other 3, yeah, not seen any of the other ones before, but I've certainly come to appreciate him as a director. And if there is a volume 2 of his filmography, then yeah, I'll definitely be picking that up. So yeah, but nonetheless, if you have seen Oliver Twist before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.